Welcome back. Today, we're diving into Dale Carnegie's influential book, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. Through a mix of timeless wisdom and practical advice, Carnegie presents strategies to manage anxiety, embrace the present, and lead a more peaceful life. The book emphasizes that while external events might be beyond our control, our reactions are always within our grasp. Let's explore these insights together. The idea of being deeply engaged in the present moment unfolds beautifully in Live in Day-Tight Compartments. Just as a ship's watertight compartments prevent it from sinking amidst turbulent waters, envisioning our day segmented from past regrets and future worries can grant us an unburdened existence. Imagine a once passionate musician named Leo. His days were shadowed by past performances that didn't meet his expectations and the anxiety of potential future failures. But one day, inspired by the concept of living in the moment, Leo decided to embrace the day. He took up his guitar, free from past and future chains, and the notes he played echoed with a passion and soulfulness he hadn't felt in years. It's an approach we can all adopt. When memories of what was or anxieties of what might be begin to cloud our day, pause. Take a breath. Focus solely on today, its tasks, and its joys. Say you've been putting off a project due to a past failure or fear of future critiques. Today, you can decide to address it anew, taking it step by step, focusing solely on the task at hand. Embracing each day as a new beginning, as a fresh slate, allows us to immerse ourselves fully in life's experiences. And by adopting the day-tight compartment mindset, we open ourselves to a life richer in joy and free from unnecessary burdens. Principle number 1 is, embrace today's moments. Embrace the present, leaving behind the weight of yesterday and the apprehension of tomorrow. Navigating life's uncertainties can often lead to worry, but there's a transformative approach detailed in A Magic Formula for Solving Worry Situations. By identifying the worst-case scenario, accepting its possibility, and then striving to better that outcome, we can combat the paralyzing grip of anxiety. Take Elena, for instance. After launching her first startup, the initial excitement was soon overshadowed by a cascade of what-ifs and potential failures. One evening, as stress threatened to overwhelm her, she paused and asked herself, what's the absolute worst that can happen? The answer? Her startup might fail and she'd have to start anew. Accepting this possibility, she then focused her energy on strategies to mitigate this outcome. This shift in perspective didn't just alleviate her worries, but also sparked innovative solutions she hadn't previously considered. This principle isn't restricted to the business realm. Facing uncertainty about an upcoming exam, consider the worst outcome, perhaps not achieving the grade you hoped for. Accept it and then strategize. Maybe allocate more study time or seek additional resources or tutoring. This proactive approach not only diminishes anxiety, but also propels action. By consistently employing this magic formula, we grant ourselves a twofold benefit: the peace that comes from accepting the worst-case scenario, and the drive to work towards the best possible outcome. It's a balance between acceptance and proactive improvement. Principle number 2 is, confronting worries head-on. Identify the worst, accept it, then tirelessly work to surpass it. In the relentless hustle of modern life, worry often claims a regular seat at our mental table. The chapter, What Worry May Do to You, shines a spotlight on the profound consequences of unchecked worrying, both mentally and physically. Consider the story of Jacob. A diligent professional, Jacob often found himself ensnared in a web of worries about work deadlines, family responsibilities, and future uncertainties. Over time, these worries manifested physically: disrupted sleep, frequent headaches, and even hypertension. Mentally, he became more irritable, less focused, and struggled with bouts of anxiety. His continual state of worry wasn't just a benign mental habit, it was exacting a tangible toll on his health. And it isn't just about individual cases like Jacob. Numerous studies have drawn a direct link between chronic worry and health complications, such as weakened immunity, digestive problems, and an increased risk of heart disease. Furthermore, the mental fatigue from constant worry can dampen creativity, reduce productivity, and strain personal relationships. But how can we counteract this? Being aware is the first step. Recognizing the detrimental effects of worry can serve as a catalyst for change. Whether it's practicing mindfulness, seeking professional counseling, or simply engaging in activities that rejuvenate the spirit, there are myriad ways to combat the creeping shadow of worry. Principle number 3 is the cost of chronic worry. Understand its profound impact on both body and mind, then take measures to mitigate. Life's landscape is dotted with problems, both trivial and significant. Yet, not all problems warrant the weight of worry we often assign them. The chapter, How to Analyze and Solve Worry Problems, offers a systematic approach to dissecting issues, rooting out the facts, and working towards feasible solutions. Picture Adrian, an event planner who suddenly found himself facing multiple event cancellations due to unforeseen circumstances. The weight of potential financial loss and reputation damage began to consume him. However, instead of succumbing to overwhelming worry, Adrian took a systematic approach. He broke down each event into its components, financial implications, stakeholder expectations, and possible alternatives. By distinguishing facts from fears, he was able to devise contingency plans, negotiate with clients, and in some cases, even transition to virtual events. By analyzing and addressing each problem piece by piece, Adrian not only salvaged many of his projects, but also built stronger relationships with clients appreciative of his proactive approach. In our own lives, when faced with daunting challenges, we can adopt a similar strategy. Start by breaking the problem down into its core elements. What are the known facts? What are the assumptions? What potential solutions exist? By navigating problems with a clear analytical mindset, we not only reduce undue worry, but often uncover innovative solutions. Principle number 4 is problem-solving mastery. Dissect challenges, ground decisions in facts, and navigate towards viable solutions. In the dynamic world of business, worries often stack up like paperwork on a busy executive's desk. However, not every concern warrants our energy or attention. The insights provided in How to Eliminate 50% of Your Business Worries steer us towards prioritizing core issues and sidelining distractions. Let's explore the world of Maya, a budding entrepreneur with a fledgling e-commerce store. The plethora of tasks, from inventory management to customer feedback, from digital marketing to shipping logistics, seemed endless. Each night she'd be consumed by a litany of worries, many of which were trivial in the grand scheme of things. Taking a cue from the principle of focusing on core issues, Maya began to categorize her worries. She realized that a significant portion of her concerns were hypothetical, stemming from what-if scenarios rather than current realities. By choosing to address immediate, tangible issues and setting aside unwarranted concerns, Maya was able to streamline her operations, improve customer experience, and most importantly, find peace amidst the chaos. This strategy isn't just applicable to entrepreneurs. Whether you're in corporate, freelancing, or any other form of business, identifying and focusing on pivotal concerns while disregarding unnecessary anxieties can lead to increased efficiency, clearer decision-making, and a significant reduction in stress. Principle number 5 is business clarity. Concentrate on pressing concerns and set aside hypothetical worries for a streamlined and efficient operation. It's often said that an idle mind is the devil's playground. Worry, with its tenacious grip, finds fertile ground in unoccupied thoughts. In How to Crowd Worry Out of Your Mind, a proactive approach to curbing these nagging anxieties is unveiled. Immerse yourself in endeavors so engaging that there's simply no room left for worry. Meet Ravi, a retired engineer who, after decades of structured work life, suddenly found himself with an abundance of free time. Initially, the quiet was welcome, but soon enough, worries about health, finances, and the future began to pervade his days. Determined to not let these concerns define his retirement, Ravi took up pottery, a hobby he'd always been curious about. As he delved into the intricacies of molding clay and mastering the wheel, his worries were pushed to the background, overshadowed by the thrill of creation and the demands of his newfound passion. It's a lesson we can all take to heart. By seeking activities that captivate our interest, whether it's a hobby, volunteering, learning a new skill, or even diving deeper into our work, we can essentially crowd out the worries that seek to occupy our mind. The magic lies in immersion and genuine engagement, ensuring our thoughts are too preoccupied to entertain baseless fears. Principle number 6 is engage to disengage. Immerse in captivating activities, leaving no space for unwarranted worries. Life, with its myriad experiences, often throws minor irritants our way. In Don't Let the Beatles Get You Down, the emphasis is on not allowing these small disturbances, aptly termed beetles, to disrupt our day or dampen our spirits. Visualize a day in the life of Sophia, a teacher with a zest for her job. One morning, she spilled coffee on her favorite dress, faced unexpected traffic on her way to school, and then discovered that her computer malfunctioned right before a crucial presentation. To many, this would seem like the universe conspiring against them. But Sophia, familiar with the concept of beetles, chose not to let these setbacks define her day. Instead, she changed her dress, used the traffic time to mentally rehearse her presentation, and adapted to the technical glitch with grace. By dismissing these irritants as mere beetles, she ensured they didn't cast a shadow over her entire day. The lesson here is universal. Daily inconveniences, from misplacing keys to receiving a slightly harsh email, can feel like unwelcome setbacks. However, by labeling them as beetles and putting them in perspective, we can navigate our day with resilience and maintain a positive disposition. Principle number 7 is mastering perspective. Label minor irritants as beetles, ensuring they don't overshadow the larger joys of life. In the intricate dance of life, there are moves we can control and others that lie beyond our grasp. A law that will outlaw many of your worries introduces a liberating perspective, embracing the inevitable and releasing the need to control every outcome. Step into the shoes of Leo, a passionate gardener. Year after year, he'd meticulously plan his garden, ensuring each plant had its perfect spot. Yet every season brought its set of unpredictable challenges, unexpected frosts, unexpected pests, or sudden downpours. Initially, these unforeseen events would deeply frustrate Leo, casting a gloom over his gardening passion. But over time, he began to see them not as setbacks but as nature's own rhythm, something he couldn't always control. By accepting the inevitable unpredictability, Leo found peace. His garden still thrived, maybe not always as planned, but in beautiful, unexpected ways. Such wisdom isn't just for gardeners. It's for every one of us who faces the unpredictable turns of life. Whether it's unforeseen changes at work, sudden shifts in personal relationships, or global events that reshape our world, acknowledging and accepting the inevitable can free us from the shackles of unnecessary worry. Principle number 8 is embrace the inevitable. Recognize the uncontrollable rhythms of life and find serenity and acceptance. In the ever-changing tapestry of life, there are threads we can rearrange and others that are firmly set. Cooperate with the inevitable teaches us that instead of resisting those unmovable threads, we can weave around them, creating a picture just as beautiful, albeit different from what we initially envisioned. Consider the journey of Elena, a professional dancer whose life took an abrupt turn after an accident left her with a persistent leg injury. Dancing, as she knew it, was no longer possible, but instead of lamenting her changed circumstances, Elena chose to cooperate with her new reality. She delved into choreography, crafting beautiful performances that conveyed deep emotion, even if she wasn't the one dancing them out. By adapting to her situation, Elena not only stayed close to her passion, but also discovered a new facet of the art she so loved. Life, in its unpredictable nature, will present situations that we might not have chosen or foreseen. Instead of resisting these moments, we can ask ourselves, how can I work with this? What's the silver lining here? By cooperating with the inevitable, we not only reduce our distress, but often uncover avenues and opportunities we might have otherwise missed. Principle number 9 is adaptive harmony. When change is unyielding, find ways to adapt and uncover hidden opportunities within. The financial world often uses stop-loss orders as a strategy to prevent excessive losses. By setting a threshold, one ensures that they don't go beyond a certain limit. Put a stop-loss order on your worries applies this concept to our emotional and mental spheres, urging us to set boundaries on the time and energy we allocate to our concerns. Imagine the world of Alex, a project manager often bogged down by the weight of simultaneous assignments and deadlines. Overwhelmed, he would find himself in a constant state of worry, adversely affecting his productivity and well-being. One day, inspired by the idea of a stop-loss, he decided to allocate a strict 20 minutes each day solely for worrying. In this window, he would list out his concerns, contemplate them, and then, when the time was up, he would consciously set them aside and move on with his day. This method didn't eradicate his worries, but it gave them boundaries, ensuring they didn't seep into every hour of his life. In our lives, it's easy for worries to sprawl uncontrollably, but by setting stop-loss boundaries, we can ensure that they don't consume our entire day. Allocate a specific time to ponder on concerns, and once that window is up, focus on actions, solutions, or simply immerse in the present moment. Principle number 10 is emotional boundaries. Dedicate limited time to worries, ensuring they don't monopolize your day. Sawdust, a byproduct of cutting wood, symbolizes the past events of our lives. Once the wood is cut, no amount of effort can transform the sawdust back into its original form. Don't Try to Saw Sawdust captures this essence, emphasizing the futility of ruminating over past mistakes and urging us to turn our gaze towards the present and the future. Let's walk a day in the life of Miguel, a talented musician. A few years ago, he missed a golden opportunity to sign a record deal because of a misjudgment. This mistake haunted him daily, clouding his creativity and hindering his ability to compose. One day, a mentor told him about the concept of sawdust and how dwelling on it is as pointless as trying to saw it. Inspired, Miguel chose to channel his regrets into his music, crafting songs that resonated with raw emotion and genuine experience. By doing so, he not only found healing but also reached audiences on a much deeper level. In navigating the course of our lives, we'll inevitably make mistakes or miss opportunities. However, incessantly dwelling on them doesn't alter the past. Instead, it steals the joy of the present and clouds the potential of the future. It's essential to glean lessons from our missteps, but then, with grace, move forward, channeling our energies into the endless possibilities that lie ahead. Principle number 11 is forward momentum. Learn from the past, but keep your gaze firmly set on the present and the future. Words, though seemingly simple, carry profound power. Their impact can shape our thoughts, mold our attitudes, and ultimately, steer the course of our lives. 8 words that can transform your life shines a light on the transformative potency of positive affirmations and the art of nurturing a hopeful mindset. Venture into the world of Lila, a budding entrepreneur. She faced a constant barrage of challenges, financial constraints, skeptical stakeholders, and the tumultuous journey of starting something from scratch. One evening, amid her doubts, she stumbled upon 8 words. I believe in myself and my boundless potential. She wrote them on a post-it, placing it prominently on her workstation. Every day, Lila would repeat these words, slowly absorbing their energy. Over time, this affirmation became her mantra, infusing her with confidence and resilience. It wasn't magic, the challenges persisted. However, with her renewed mindset, she approached them with optimism, creativity, and an unwavering belief in her capabilities. For many of us, the external world bombards us with skepticism, doubt, and negativity. But by arming ourselves with affirmations, we can cultivate an inner sanctuary of positivity. Simple words, when internalized, can anchor us in times of storm, reminding us of our inherent worth and limitless possibilities. Principle number 12 is Affirmative Power. Fortify your mind with positive affirmations, grounding yourself in belief and potential. There's a heavy toll that revenge demands, not just from the person it's directed towards, but more so from the one enacting it. The high cost of getting even delves into the often overlooked repercussions of seeking vengeance, urging us to understand its true price and the wisdom of choosing a different path. Step into the realm of Martin, a man who felt deeply wronged by a former business partner, Caleb. Years had passed since their fallout, yet the betrayal gnawed at Martin's heart, urging him to seek retribution. Plotting his revenge became an obsession, consuming his time, energy, and clouding his judgment in other areas of life. One day, an old friend, witnessing Martin's deteriorating state, shared a simple truth. By seeking revenge, you're not harming Caleb as much as you're harming yourself. Taking a hard look at the man he had become, Martin realized the enormous toll his quest for vengeance had taken on his peace, relationships, and overall well-being. Choosing to release his bitterness, Martin decided to channel his energies into rebuilding and growing. discovering in the process a newfound freedom and success. In life's intricate maze, we will invariably encounter situations or individuals that hurt or wrong us. While the initial desire might be to retaliate, it's essential to understand the real cost of such actions. Revenge, though momentarily satisfying, often leaves a trail of regrets, lost opportunities, and a heavy heart. Principle number 13 is release, not revenge. Recognize the true toll of vengeance and choose the liberating path of letting go. The purest form of generosity emerges when it's devoid of any strings attached, especially the expectation of gratitude. If you do this, you will never worry about ingratitude, underscores this essence, encouraging us to act kindly without the weight of awaiting recognition or thanks. Journey with me into the world of Amelia, a schoolteacher who often went above and beyond for her students. She would spend extra hours tutoring those who lagged behind and often bought school supplies from her pocket for students in need. One year, she took on an especially challenging project to help underprivileged students attend a science camp. Despite her monumental efforts, few acknowledged or thanked her. Initially, Amelia felt disheartened, wondering if her sacrifices were in vain. It was during a quiet evening reflection that she had an epiphany. She realized her joy stemmed from the act of giving and the impact it made, not the gratitude she received in return. This shift in perspective revitalized her passion, allowing her to continue her endeavors with an unburdened heart. In our daily lives, we perform countless acts of kindness, both big and small. While it's natural to seek appreciation, tying our joy to external validation can set us up for disappointment. The true reward lies in the act itself and the positive ripple it creates in the world around us. Principle number 14 is selfless acts. Find joy in generosity, independent of external acknowledgement. In a world increasingly driven by material pursuits, would you take $1 million for what you have? Presents a reflective pause. It nudges us to consider the true value of non-materialistic blessings, urging us to treasure the intangibles that enrich our lives. Delve into the narrative of Alex, a high-flying corporate executive. With every passing promotion, his bank balance swelled, and so did his collection of luxury items. One day, during a routine health checkup, Alex received unsettling news about his health. As he grappled with the diagnosis, he encountered a simple question from his young daughter. "Daddy, would you trade all your money if it meant you could stay with us longer?" This innocent query shook Alex to his core, prompting a profound reevaluation. He began to understand that his most valuable possessions weren't his cars or properties, but the moments with his family, the laughter shared with friends, and the simple joys of life. This realization led to a transformative journey, where Alex began prioritizing health, relationships, and experiences over material accumulation. We often find ourselves chasing after the next big purchase, believing it will bring happiness. Yet if we pause and reflect, many of our most cherished memories revolve around moments, emotions, and connections. These intangible treasures, when recognized and appreciated, offer a depth of contentment that no material object can match. Principle number 15 is Intangible Riches. Cherish and value the non-materialistic blessings that life offers. In an age where social media showcases highlight reels and societal standards seem omnipresent, Find Yourself and Be Yourself is a beacon of affirmation. It's a call to recognize and celebrate our uniqueness, gently reminding us of the futility of endless comparisons. Step into the shoes of Mia, a budding photographer. With every scroll on her social media feed, she was bombarded with images from renowned photographers, each seemingly better than the last. This constant influx led her to question her style, technique, and even her passion for photography. During an art exhibition, she met a seasoned artist who observed her turmoil and said, "Consider the moon and stars. Both shine, yet neither wishes to be the other. They simply exist, offering their unique light." This resonated deeply with Maya. She realized that her voice and perspective, distinct from anyone else's, were her true strengths. Embracing her individuality, Mia began to produce work that was genuinely hers, capturing moments in a light only she could see. The pressure to conform, to fit into molds created by society, can be overwhelming. Yet, when we understand that our individual journeys, experiences, and nuances make us incomparably unique, we begin to value and express our true selves. Principle number 16 is celebrate uniqueness. Understand and embrace the power of individuality in a world of comparisons. Life's path isn't always strewn with roses. At times we encounter thorns, or, as the chapter "If You Have a Lemon, Make a Lemonade" metaphorically puts it, lemons. But in these moments lies the profound lesson of resourcefulness and adaptability, transforming perceived setbacks into advantages. Consider Alex, a passionate chef, who opened a quaint bistro in his hometown. Months into his venture, a huge chain restaurant opened next door, drawing most of his clientele. Faced with dwindling footfall, instead of admitting defeat, Alex had a brainwave. He started a weekend cooking class, offering locals a chance to learn from a professional. This innovative venture not only generated revenue, but also brought in curious diners. His bistro wasn't just a place to eat anymore, it was an experience, turning what seemed like a crushing setback into a lucrative opportunity. Life will, at times, hand us lemons, unexpected challenges, downturns, or obstacles. But within each challenge lies an inherent opportunity. It's up to us to recognize it, tap into our resourcefulness, and craft our lemonade, turning sour moments into sweet successes. Principle number 17 is crafting opportunities. Harness challenges and setbacks as avenues for innovation and growth. In moments of introspection, we sometimes find ourselves ensnared in the clutches of melancholy. How to Cure Melancholy in 14 Days offers an illuminating perspective. By turning our gaze outward, immersing ourselves in the lives and struggles of others, we can find relief from our own distress. Picture Ethan, a young writer grappling with writer's block. Each blank page seemed to echo his internal void, pushing him further into despondency. He decided to volunteer at a local community center, hoping a change of scene would spark inspiration. As he listened to stories of perseverance, love, and hardships, not only did his writer's block dissolve, but his own worries began to pale in comparison. Helping others, understanding their battles, and being a part of their narrative shifted Ethan's focus from his internal turmoil to the world around him. Often when we're consumed by our struggles, it feels as if we're drowning in a sea of despair. Yet by extending a helping hand, immersing ourselves in service, or simply being there for another, we rise above our sorrows. This outward focus becomes a lifeline, pulling us into a space of gratitude and connection. Principle number 18 is service as salvation. Redirect personal distress by immersing in the lives and challenges of others. Family tales, often passed down through generations, carry the weight of wisdom and life lessons. How My Mother and Father Conquered Worry gives us a window into the lives of Carnegie's parents and the invaluable lessons they instilled, showcasing their fortitude and grace in face of adversities. In the heart of Pennsylvania, during a harsh winter, Carnegie's family faced a dire shortage of firewood. With neighbors facing similar predicaments, it seemed they were headed for cold, bleak days ahead. However, his father, instead of yielding to panic, organized a community woodchopping event. People came together, sharing both their labor and firewood. Carnegie's mother, with her indomitable spirit, transformed their humble abode into a space of warmth, cooking hot meals for everyone. They not only tackled their immediate problem, but also strengthened their ties with the community. Such stories serve as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. When faced with adversity, instead of getting bogged down by the weight of the situation, Carnegie's parents transformed challenges into opportunities for connection and community building. Their approach to problems, their optimism, and their unwavering faith teach us the timeless lesson that worry can be conquered with the right mindset and collective effort. Principle number 19 is community and resilience, facing adversities head-on and turning challenges into opportunities for connection and growth. An intriguing facet of success is that it's frequently accompanied by scrutiny and criticism. The chapter, "Remember That No One Ever Kicks a Dead Dog," drives this point home with an enlightening metaphor. People don't bother with the insignificant, but once you're making an impact, you're on the radar. Consider the journey of Maya, an environmental activist. When she first started advocating for sustainable practices in her town, her efforts went largely unnoticed. As her movement gained momentum, bringing tangible changes to her community, she found herself facing criticism and skepticism. From being called an idealistic dreamer, to being accused of having ulterior motives. The brickbats seemed endless. Yet she realized that this criticism was not a sign of failure, but an affirmation that she was making waves. The very fact that people took the time to criticize meant her message was reaching far and wide. This realization can be transformative. Criticism, often feared, can be a compass pointing to our impact. The more significant the change we bring, the louder the voices of dissent. Instead of being disheartened, understanding this correlation equips us to stay the course with even more determination. Principle number 20 is criticism as affirmation. Recognize that scrutiny is a testament to your impact and influence. In a world that's increasingly vocal, criticism has become the unsolicited gift everyone seems to receive. Yet, "Do this and criticism can't hurt you" sheds light on an empowering perspective, the art of discerning the valuable from the vain in criticism. Envision Alex, an aspiring chef who recently opened a small bistro in the heart of the city. The reviews started pouring in soon after. While many praised his innovative dishes, there were also sharp critiques on various aspects. One customer lambasted the decor, while another critiqued the saltiness of a dish. Instead of getting overwhelmed, Alex approached each review with an analytical mindset. He focused on feedback that could genuinely improve his bistro, like adjusting the seasoning in some dishes, while letting go of subjective opinions that didn't align with his vision. Life will always have its critics, but when we train ourselves to filter feedback, seeking only what aids our growth and improvement, we equip ourselves with a shield. This shield protects our self-worth, enabling us to move forward with clarity and confidence, using criticism as a tool rather than a weight. Principle number 21 is constructive focus. Use criticism as a tool for growth, discarding the rest. Mistakes are an inevitable part of the human experience. Fool Things I Have Done invites readers to embrace this truth, highlighting the transformative power of acknowledging our errors and learning from them. Picture this: Lila, a top-tier event manager, is organizing one of the most significant events of her career. On the big day, everything appears to be going smoothly, until she realizes she forgot to confirm the main entertainer. The crowd grows restless, and Lila feels a weight of embarrassment. Rather than shying away from the situation, she steps onto the stage, shares a humorous anecdote of another mistake she made early in her career, and quickly arranges for an impromptu performance. The audience, resonating with her vulnerability and quick thinking, ends up enjoying the event even more. Lila's experience exemplifies a crucial lesson. It's not our mistakes that define us, but how we address and learn from them. Owning our errors, laughing at ourselves occasionally, and extracting lessons is a powerful way to transform blunders into stepping stones. After all, every mistake carries within it the seed of growth and learning. Principle number 22 is embrace and learn. Turn mistakes into opportunities for growth and self-improvement. Time, often likened to gold or even more precious commodities, remains one of the few things we can't acquire more of. However, how to add 1 hour a day to your waking life reveals strategies that can help us make the most of the time we have, effectively adding valuable hours to our lives. Meet Daniel, a budding entrepreneur constantly battling the clock. Every day feels like a whirlwind of meetings, emails, and tasks. Overwhelmed, he stumbles upon the teachings of this chapter and decides to make a change. Implementing techniques such as time blocking, prioritizing tasks based on importance, and setting dedicated breaks to rejuvenate, he starts seeing a transformation. Gradually, Daniel realizes he's accomplishing more in less time, freeing up an extra hour each day for personal growth and relaxation. This newfound efficiency isn't just about squeezing more tasks into the day. It's about optimizing our approach, ensuring that we're focused on what truly matters, and creating pockets of time for ourselves. As we refine our time management skills, we not only become more productive, but also pave the way for a more balanced and stress-free life. Principle number 23 is optimize time management. Harness techniques to enhance productivity, reclaiming hours for oneself. In an age where everyone is in a constant rush, fatigue seems to be the unwelcome companion of many. What makes you tired and what you can do about it dives deep into not just the physical, but more importantly, the mental aspects of weariness. Visualize Mia, a teacher juggling her professional and personal life. On paper, she gets adequate sleep and maintains a balanced diet, yet she feels perpetually drained. As she delves deeper, Mia realizes that her fatigue isn't rooted in her physical activities, but in her mental burdens, unnecessary worries, overthinking, and the constant stress of perfectionism. Determined to make a change, Mia starts practicing mindfulness exercises, setting clear boundaries, and routinely decluttering her mind of unproductive thoughts. Slowly, she begins to feel a renewed sense of energy and enthusiasm in her day-to-day life. Mia's journey underscores a crucial realization: our minds, when overburdened, can be the chief culprits of our fatigue. By acknowledging and addressing these mental stressors, we can combat the invisible chains of exhaustion and lead a more energetic and vibrant life. Principle number 24 is mental energy renewal. Combat mental fatigue by addressing its root causes and practicing mindfulness. A fountain of youth, they say, remains elusive. Yet, how to avoid fatigue and keep looking young offers insights into a metaphorical fountain that everyone can tap into. The secret: adequate rest, genuine relaxation, and a consistently positive outlook. Consider Marco, a high-flying executive always in pursuit of the next big deal. Years of constant stress and minimal relaxation leave him looking and feeling far older than his years. One day, while looking at a photograph from just 5 years prior, the stark contrast dawns upon him. Eager for change, Marco starts setting boundaries: dedicated hours of sleep, regular weekend getaways, meditation sessions, and daily affirmations focusing on positivity. As weeks turn into months, those around him notice a transformation. Not only does Marco exude more energy and enthusiasm, but he also looks visibly younger, with brighter eyes and a more radiant complexion. Marco's transformation is a testament to the intertwined relationship between our mental well-being, physical health, and appearance. It reinforces that to truly keep looking young, one must nurture the mind and spirit as diligently as the body. Principle number 25 is rest, relax, and radiate. Prioritize mental and physical rest to rejuvenate and preserve a youthful demeanor. In a world that sometimes glorifies the hustle and constantly being on the grind, it's easy to fall into patterns that amplify stress and drain our energy. However, 4 good working habits that will help prevent fatigue and worry uncovers invaluable practices that can turn the tide. Picture Nora, a writer swamped with deadlines, scattered notes, and a never-ending to-do list. Her scattered approach leaves her fatigued and anxious. One evening, while seeking inspiration, she comes across the principles of this chapter and decides to integrate them into her daily routine. She starts by clearing her workspace, committing to handling tasks immediately instead of procrastinating, setting dedicated breaks, and establishing a definitive end to her workday. With time, not only does her productivity soar, but she also finds herself more relaxed, centered, and free from the grip of constant fatigue. These seemingly simple changes can be transformative. By cultivating effective working habits, we're not just enhancing our efficiency, but also ensuring that our work fuels us instead of depleting us. Principle number 26 is efficient work habits. Cultivate practices that bolster productivity while safeguarding mental and physical well-being. Boredom can be a silent, creeping enemy. When our tasks seem mundane and our days monotonous, it's not uncommon for fatigue, worry, and resentment to seep in. The chapter, How to Banish the Boredom That Produces Fatigue, Worry, and Resentment, throws light on breaking this cycle by rediscovering passion and interest in what we do. Visualize Alex, a librarian who's begun to see his job as a repetitive chore, sorting books, answering queries, and managing the inventory. Over time, he feels disconnected, leading to a buildup of resentment and fatigue. However, a chance encounter with an enthusiastic reader rekindles his love for books. Alex begins to see his job from a fresh perspective, as a curator of knowledge, a guide for seekers of wisdom, and a bridge between stories and their readers. He starts book clubs, organizes readings, and interacts more deeply with visitors. This renewed passion not only banishes his boredom, but also revitalizes his spirit. Alex's story is a gentle reminder that the difference between monotony and magic often lies in perspective. By rekindling our passion and seeing our tasks in a new light, we can combat the boredom that breeds negative emotions. Principle number 27 is Rediscover Passion. Approach daily tasks with enthusiasm and perspective to eliminate boredom and its associated burdens. Insomnia can become a vexing cycle. The more you worry about not sleeping, the harder it becomes to fall asleep. How to Keep from Worrying About Insomnia dives deep into this conundrum, suggesting ways to break the cycle and embrace restful nights. Imagine Eliza, a diligent schoolteacher who struggles with insomnia. Every night she lies awake, staring at the ceiling, anxiety increasing as the clock ticks. Her primary concern is not the lack of sleep itself, but the dread of the tiredness and inefficiency that might plague her the next day. Eliza's breakthrough comes when she reads about the importance of changing one's mindset about insomnia. Rather than focusing on the sleep she's missing, she begins to practice relaxation techniques and positive affirmations. She reminds herself that rest is not just about sleep, but about relaxation. She finds solace in calming music, guided meditations, and the simple act of deep breathing. Over time, this shift in perspective not only reduces her worry, but also gradually improves her sleep pattern. Eliza's experience underscores the importance of addressing insomnia's mental component. By changing our mindset and employing relaxation strategies, we can alleviate the stress surrounding sleeplessness and pave the way for more peaceful nights. Principle number 28 is, change the insomnia narrative. Focus on relaxation and mindset over sleep duration to alleviate worry and enhance rest. One's career is not merely a way to earn a living, but often an expression of one's purpose and passion. The chapter, The Major Decision of Your Life, underscores the paramount importance of aligning one's profession with their true calling. Consider Rosa, a talented pianist who, under family pressure, pursued a degree in law. As she delved into legal statutes and case studies, she found herself yearning for the melodies and rhythms of music. She felt trapped, torn between societal expectations and her heart's true desire. Then, during a legal conference, she chanced upon a piano in the lobby. As her fingers danced over the keys, a crowd gathered, captivated by her skill. This impromptu performance became a turning point for Rosa. She realized she could no longer ignore her passion. With determination, she transitioned into a career that married law with music, becoming a specialist in copyright law for musicians. Her days were no longer a slog through unfulfilling tasks, but were charged with purpose and passion. Rosa's journey exemplifies the profound difference that ensues when we align our careers with our passions. It's not just about job satisfaction, but living a life that resonates with our true selves. Principle number 29 is, align passion with profession. Choose a career that mirrors your purpose, ensuring both fulfillment and joy in what you do. A large portion of our daily worries often stems from common recurring themes, and the chapter titled 70% of All Our Worries sheds light on these familiar anxieties, offering methods to reason them out or even dispel them altogether. Take the example of Max, a manager at a tech company. He constantly found himself mired in a web of concerns, from project deadlines to employee disputes. These worries consumed his mind, casting a shadow over his personal and professional life. One day, he came across an article discussing how a majority of our worries fall into familiar patterns. Armed with this insight, Max started categorizing his concerns. He realized that many of his anxieties were either out of his control or based on mere assumptions. He began to adopt a systematic approach, addressing legitimate concerns with actionable steps and dismissing baseless fears. This exercise dramatically reduced the weight of his daily worries. Max's revelation holds true for many of us. By identifying, rationalizing, and addressing common worries, we can regain control over our thoughts and focus on constructive actions. Principle number 30 is, rationalize common worries. Understand, categorize, and address recurring anxieties to regain mental clarity and peace. The final chapter, How I Conquered Worry, stands out as a testament to the transformative power of Dale Carnegie's teachings. It presents 32 genuine narratives from diverse individuals who confronted and overcame significant worries in their lives. These aren't mere anecdotes, they're illuminating examples of real-world application. Picture Emily, a single mother grappling with the dual challenges of raising her child and chasing her dream career. Overwhelmed by financial strain and an uncertain future, she turned to Carnegie's principle of live in day-tight compartments. Instead of getting swamped by the enormity of her situation, Emily honed in on each day, addressing challenges as they came. Her story, like the other 31 in this chapter, exemplifies resilience, determination, and the magic of shifting perspectives. Then there's Raj, an immigrant navigating the tumultuous waters of cultural adjustment and workplace discrimination. By internalizing the principle of accept the inevitable and things beyond your control, Raj directed his energies towards the parts of his life he could change, building relationships and excelling in his areas of strength. This chapter isn't just a collection of testimonials, it's a guiding light. Each story offers readers a mirror to their worries and a roadmap to navigate them. They prove that, regardless of the worry, with the right approach and techniques, triumph is attainable. Principle number 31 is overcome through real-life application. Embrace and implement Carnegie's teachings in tangible situations to conquer worries and challenges. As we close our chapter on how to stop worrying and start living, it becomes clear that the path to a peaceful life often starts within ourselves. Carnegie's timeless advice serves as a guide to navigate life's uncertainties with grace and serenity. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. And if you liked what you saw, a like would mean the world to me. It helps support the channel and lets me know you want to see more content like this. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.